Alright, what's up, everybody? Back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys having a good one. Today we're going to talk about another day of Summer League, day 2 of Summer League in Salt Lake City in the California Classic. Only one more day of those two Summer League games after this before we get to a real Summer League in Vegas on Friday. I'm super excited for it. And yeah, we're going to talk about yesterday's Summer League games, what I saw, what I liked from certain players. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. Really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Look at the analytics. A little bit less than 1% of you that actually watch the videos are subscribed. So, if you like the content around here, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it a whole lot. And yeah, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. First game we had was a part of the California Classic. We had the Warriors and the Hornets, and the Warriors win this game 98-83. The Hornets have not looked great the first two games of Summer League. The Warriors have been playing pretty solid. The Warriors are 1-1. The Hornets are 0-2 so far in the California Classic. For the Warriors, Lester Quinones, after having a great first game, has another really good second game. 21 points, 3 assists. He shoots 8 for 16, 5 for 9 from 3. He just looks like a professional scorer out there, man. Really, he does. He was just getting to the rim with some nice finishes, just making nice moves to get to the rim for easy buckets. The 3-point shot was looking good. He had a nice dunk in this game as well early in it. He's been looking really, really good. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him maybe make the team this year. I mean, last year he was in the G League for the Warriors. He played really well. He earned a two-way contract. I think near the end of the season, I think he got a two-way contract with the Warriors. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I feel like he did. And then, yeah, so far in the Summer League, he's been looking like the best player, So maybe, who knows? Maybe he works himself into a, Summer League deal and then training camp, and then maybe makes a real roster with a real contract. Who knows? But Lester's been playing really good. I like what I saw for Brandon Podziemski as well. Throughout the first two games, he just looked like a very solid player. Very high IQ, guy that fits into the Warriors system, making the right plays at the right times. He had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals. He shot 7 for 14, 2 for 6 and 3. Yeah, he's been looking very, very solid. Can't wait to see what he does in real games, but I really like what I saw from him. Yeah, Guy Santos had 18 points. Kendrick Davis had 17, 5 and 4 in this game as well. Guy Santos was doing really, really well, scoring the ball down low in the post. For the Hornets, their lead scorer is Amari Bailey. I like what I saw from him. Their second round pick out of UCLA finished with 17 points and 4 rebounds, shot 6 for 9 from the field. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He's really attacking the rim, being aggressive, which is what his game is at this point. He's not really a great jump shooter yet. So he used his advantage, getting to the rim, being strong, finishing well. Got to the free throw line a lot. I really like what I saw from him. I think that was a really good get for Charlotte in the second round. I was a big fan of Amari Bailey at UCLA last season, and I can't wait to see what he can do if he can get some real minutes as rookie for Charlotte. But the entire team for the Hornets hasn't really been playing that great. Just as a team. Nick Smith Jr. at 14, 5 and 4, shot 6 for 13. Kai Jones, like what I saw from him. He was playing with a lot of energy. Finished with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Shot 6 for 8 from the field. Was getting the passing lanes, getting blocks, scoring inside easy at the rim. He was really, really good. And then Brandon Miller. Another not so great Summer League game. Finished with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 8 fouls. And only took 4 shots. Shot 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 1 free throw attempt. And yeah, he just wasn't really been aggressive out there. Matt Barnes on the call, Matt Barnes said it well. I'd rather see him shoot, I forgot what the exact quote was, but he basically said, I'd rather see him shoot 2 for 15 than 2 for 4. Something like that. I'd rather see him, at least if he's not making a shot, at least be aggressive. He's the number 2 overall pick. A lot of people are looking at him and he's supposed to be a difference maker in Charlotte. I know it's Summer League, so I'm honestly not taking it too seriously. Summer League isn't a make or break thing for him. No matter what, he could be putting up 0 points a game. Entire Summer League, he's still gonna be in there for the Charlotte Hornets next season and playing a bigger role. But just I would like to see him more aggressive. He was making some really nice passes. One thing, he was really passing the ball well. Doing that. Defensively has not been great either. He's been fouling a lot. Guy Santos has put him in the paint as well. I like to see him be a lot more aggressive in the next game. Maybe when we get to Vegas, that will change. But yeah, not great start for Brandon Miller. But then again, it is Summer League, So got away. And then, yeah, Bryce McGowan's also had 10 points. James Bouknight had a tough shooting night, 3 for 11, 0 for 6 and 3. Ultimately, the Warriors win this game. The next game we had was back in Utah. The Salt Lake City Grizzlies and Thunder. This is a pretty good game. The Grizzlies ended up winning 94 to 86 because of three-point shooting, really, for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies hit 17 three-pointers in this game. For the Grizzlies, their leading scorer, Jake LaRavia. He had a pretty tough shooting first game where he shot just 2 for 12 in the field, 2 for 9 from 3. But he came out really aggressive in this game, finished with 25 points, 2 steals, shot 9 for 18, 4 for 9 from 3, 3 4 from the free throw line. He wasn't just sitting behind the three-point line shooting. He was also getting to the rim, coming off a lot of pin-down screens and stuff, and attacking the basket. I like to see LaRavia coming into his second year. I'd like to see maybe him get into the regular rotation a little bit more. He was in the rotation at some points last season, but didn't really make a big impact. So, yeah, we're interested to see what he does this year. And I know the Grizzlies are giving him a lot of opportunity to show, and he played good. Vince Williams had another really good game, 18 and 9 on 5 for 10 shooting. Kenny Lofton Jr. finished with 12, 4 and 4, 3 steals. Had a tough shooting day, shot just 5 for 16, 2 for 6 and 3. Tough shooting game for him. And then David Roddy shot just 2 for 12 with 8 points and 1 for 4 from 3. He did have 5 assists and 4 rebounds. But the Grizzlies as a team really were just shooting the lights out. You know, Jacob Gilyard came in at 10 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 steals, and hit 3 3-pointers. I remember him from Richmond. He had a pretty solid showing. Yeah, and G. Jackson at 8 points, Matthew Hurt at 10 for them. For OKC, Jalen Williams, the one that made All-Rookie team last year, didn't play in this game because they say it's a left glute injury, but he doesn't really need to play in Summer League, honestly. But Trey Mann was their guy. Trey Mann had a pretty solid first game. He came out, had a great second game, 28, 4 and 2. Shot 10 for 14, 2 for 6 and 3, 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Yeah, he's looked really good the first 2 Summer League games. Like I said in my last video, I've been a big fan of Trey Mann ever since he came into the NBA. And maybe this is the Summer League where really he takes the next step. And maybe next year he gets a lot more opportunity with Oklahoma City. I feel like last year at the end of the year he kind of lost a lot of minutes because the Thunder were playing so well. So hopefully this year he comes in and gets a lot more opportunity to play. But yeah, I really like Trey Mann. He's just making highlight play after highlight play. Sick handles, getting to the rim, finishing, hitting threes. Like, he was just really dominating out there. Jared Butler had 16 points, 6 assists, shot 5 for 11, hit 3 3-pointers in this game. He was very solid. Ousmane Dieng had 13. Chet Holmgren, 10, 11, and 3 blocks. He shot 3 for 8. Didn't have a great shooting game, but his shot blocking ability, he's been great on defense. So far, the first 2 games, he got 7 blocks in 2 games so far. He rebounded the ball well. Again, didn't shoot the ball well, especially from 3. He hasn't made a 3-pointer yet. Not the first 2 games. But you can tell the defense is there. And he's still a little rusty on offense, but eventually I think he's going to get there. And then Jalen Williams, the big man, at 12 points, 3 blocks. He shot 4 for 11 from the field. But yeah, the Grizzlies, so far the first 2 games are 2-0. They've been lights out from 3. And that's how they've been winning games. OKC is 1-1. If they had Jalen Williams, they probably win this game because he's really good. But they don't really need to play him anymore. Next, we go back to California where the Spurs and the Lakers play. For the Spurs, they win this game 109-99. They had a great showing in Game 1. And then in Game 2, they played really solid as well. And Malachi Branham, he did not play in the first Summer League game, but he comes out here in California and puts on a show, 32 and 5 rebounds. He shoots 12 for 24 from the field, 3 for 6 and 3, 5 from the free throw line. He looked like a second-year player. Really, he does. He looked like a second-year player. He really was just going out, doing whatever he wanted, get to whatever spot he wanted, knocking down the mid-range, hitting some 3-pointers, get it to the rim. He really was just doing whatever he wanted out there, really dominating. And I've been a big fan of Malachi Branham. I've talked about him a little bit on this channel in a few videos. I think Malachi Branham's going to be a very solid player. After seeing what he did last night, I think Malachi Branham's going to have a really good second season. He's just a very smooth bucket getter. That. Yeah, he can get buckets easy. And then Julian Champagnie. He had 30 in the first game. Comes out in the second game at 28 points. Shot 8 for 17, 5 for 10 from 3, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. He's been looking very, very good the first 2 games as well. And is also not doing it in like a crazy fashion. That doesn't make sense. It's not like he's just getting the ball and isoing on the wing and hitting step back mid ranges, dunks and all this stuff. Like, he's legitimately playing kind of within the flow of the offense, just catch and shoot threes, pump fake against the rim layup, like doing stuff that he probably will do in actual games in the NBA. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what Champagnie can be next year for the Spurs. as another little piece that they find. Um, yeah, he's been playing really, really good. Blake Wesley had 18 points as well in this game. Dominic Bella had pretty solid showing as well. But the Spurs as a team have just been playing very well the first two games. And Julian Champagne and Malachi Brandon Whitney put it on them. Man, for the Lakers, Max Christie had another really good game, 25, 4, and 4. He shot 7 for 13 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. He's been looking pretty good the first two games as well. Looking a lot more, stronger, a lot more confident, getting his own. He looks like a second-year player out there as well. I really like what I saw from him. And then Jalen Shafino, pretty tough shooting first game. He comes out in the second game, finishes with 23 and 4. He shot 8 for 17, 0 for 4 from 3. But he looked a lot more comfortable out there, a lot more efficient getting to the rim and scoring, getting to the free throw line as well. He's 4 for 7. And yeah, just the first game doesn't really matter a whole lot because first game I feel like a lot of players are just missing shots just because it's their first game, kind of amped up. But now getting to their second game as the summer league goes on, gonna get a lot more comfortable. Colin Castleton also had a really good game, 18, 8, and 6 with 4 blocks on 6 for 10 shooting. He's an undrafted center out of Florida, and yeah, he's been very interesting. I think the Lakers. I don't know if he's on a 2-way contract or something, but yeah, he looked really, really good yesterday as a big man. Scoring inside, blocking shots, passing the ball, rebounding, doing all those things. He looked really good. And Cole Swider had 18 points as well in this game. Maxwell Lewis didn't score in this game. 22 minutes, he took 2 shots. Kind of disappointed in that, but the Spurs, the other guys for the Lakers, play really well, but the Spurs are just playing really good so far the first 2 games. Let's go back to Salt Lake where the Sixers and the Jazz played. The Sixers win this game 104-94. Sixers 1-1. The Jazz have lost both summer league games so far. For the Sixers, the lead scorer was Javonte Smart. He came out, had 19, 6, 3 assists, shot 7 for 10, 3 for 6, and 3. Javonte Smart had a little bit of roles last season, I think. I want to say last year, the year before, or last year, with the Bucks and the Heat. Now he goes to the Sixers. He looked really good. As a point that plays both ways on defense. Pretty, kind of bulldog kind of mold defensively for point guard, and offensively, he's passing the ball. He was scoring, rebounding even in there, 6 rebounds as well. Very efficient. Really like what I saw. Jane Springer had 18 and 6 steals. Shot 4 for 12 from the field, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. He really attacks. Very, very athletic as well, obviously. He just hasn't really been efficient from the field and shooting the ball. Ricky Council and Quavion Smith each had 14 points as well in this game. DJ Stewart had 15 off the bench, and then Philip Petrusev had 10 points and 8 rebounds as well. But yeah, the Sixers played a very solid game, very all-around team game, and they got the win. For the Jazz, Lukas Samanic came in at 19 and 9, shot 7 for 11, 3 for 5 from 3. Former first-round pick, has been bouncing around the league the last 2-3 years. But maybe with the Jazz, he'll find something. He's been playing pretty solid the first 2 summer league games. Ochai Agbaji had a great game, 18, 5, and 3 blocks. He also had 10 fouls, though. First player to foul out in summer league. But he shot 6 for 17, 4 for 8 from 3. He had a nice sequence where he blocked Jane Springer's dunk and then came down and hit a 3-pointer on the other end. That looked very, very good. But yeah, very excited to see what Ochai Agbaji does the second year. Keontae George had 14 points on 5 for 10 shooting. Kobe Ross came off the bench at 13, and then Vernon Carey Jr. had 12 points for them. Still no Hendricks or Sensabaugh for the Utah Jazz, and maybe waiting until Vegas for those 2 guys to play. But the Sixers played really good in this game. Very good all-around team effort. I think is they don't really have any prospects that are like top picks in the draft. That they didn't have a pick in this draft. A lot of their guys are undrafted dudes that they signed a 2-way contract and stuff. And the last game we had was back in California in Sacramento, Miami, and the Kings. And the Kings win this game 95-83 because Keegan Murray is Kevin Durant in the summer league. He's really just been doing whatever he wanted. He had an amazing first game. In the second game, he was just even better. Finished with 41 points, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks. Shot 11 for 20, 6 for 11 from 3, 13 for 15 from the free throw line. There was nothing he couldn't do. He was practicing dribble moves, getting to the rim, finishing. Nice, shooting the 3-ball again to the free throw line. Defensively, he was just doing literally everything he wanted to out there. And I'm pretty sure I saw something that said that's going to be his last game. He's not going to play anymore in the summer league, which, yeah, he shouldn't need to play anymore. He already proves himself. He's been the best player so far throughout the first 2 games of summer league. And, yeah, there's not really much more to say. He's really, really good. That's really all you got to say about it. They also had Alex O'Connell off the bench, had 14 points. Kobe Jones had 11 and 4, 3 steals, and Keon Ellis had 12 and 5. But yeah, Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray is like that, you know. For Miami, Nikola Jovic had a pretty good game. 22 and 3, shot 6 for 13, 3 for 5 from 3. He's had a pretty solid first 2 games of Summer League. Scoring the ball, rebounding, making some nice passes, hitting the 3 ball as well. Very interested to see what role he plays this year for Miami if he's still there, obviously. And then Jamal Cain has 17 and 6 off the bench as well. But yeah, very tough outing for the Heat in general. Jaime Jaquez only played 16 minutes, had 4 points, made 1 field goal. Orlando Robinson 7 points. Yeah, just not too much going on for Miami because Keegan Murray was dominating them on both ends of the court. But yeah, we got one more day in the Salt Lake City Summer League today between OKC Philly, Memphis, Utah, and then we go on Friday to Vegas. And I'm very, very, very excited for it. Yeah. The California Classic was pretty solid, has some good showings. Salt Lake City about to end, and I'm very excited to see Vegas Summer League because that's when everybody plays, and that's when the lights are going to be the brightest for these guys. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.